Oh man, I gotta get this done. All right. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Aries EDC. We are in a lull, and I have a short window that I need to get some stuff done. Let's get into it. All right, guys. So we are in a really strange spot right now because I have the opportunity to try to get ahead. You guys know how I like to stay ahead. I have a short window, and the window is I am in the month of October builds, and we are doing the 7 Thorns. I finished 3. The ADC RV2 are done, and I'm waiting for the other 4 to come back from stainless. So it's time to try to get a head start on November and December. And what I'm doing is going to start working on some of the stainless. So this is 2 bars of Nitro V. I'm doing 3 blades in Nitro V for November and December. Plus, I'm going to be doing this, which is an LMAX spike. And this is going to be skeletonized. So I'm going to try, because it is kind of a thicker bar, I decided I'm going to try to do just a stainless LMAX, and I'm going to try to make it stainless. So I'm going to drill some holes, larger holes in the handle, which is always a pain in the butt. But we're going to try to see how that works. But what are we doing for the Nitro V? Well, we are going to be doing another Wesser. This is an Urban Woodsman design. And he basically has asked me to make another one for him, which is fine. So I'm going to be making this. Now, he did reach out and say he wasn't happy, or not that he wasn't happy, but he wanted this area to be a little bit thicker. I went off of this design, and just so you guys can see it, it is, I made it roughly about 15 millimeters in the handle. So it's, it's right at 15 millimeters in this area. But he was asking it, that was what I went off of, and it was exactly 15. He's asking for 17, so I'm going to make this area a little bit wider, so I have to do that when I'm marking this in. I will try to widen that area just a little bit. So we're going to Wesser, and we're going to be doing a Tobico. So we're going to do a Tobico, and we're going to do a Torcido. I haven't done a Torcido in quite some time, and so I'm going to make a Torcido. So we're going to do a Torcido, a Tobico, and a Wesser out of Nitro V. Plus, I have these last 2 of the water jet blades. I have these 2 rock hoppers out of AEB-L. So these already are shaped and everything. I just have to clean up the edges, drill the holes, and do the bevels, and we can send these out to heat treat. So we're going to be working on these this month for November and December. Plus, there's other stainless as well. They are going to be in AEB-L, but I have to buy a bar of AEB. I ran out of AEB, and we're going to do a pedal. And we're going to do another Wesser. So we're doing 2 Wessers, 1 in Nitro V, 1 in AEB, 1 pedal in AEB. The spike, the 2 rock hoppers are Torcido and Tobico. So those are all of the stainless, I believe. I don't know. I have to look again. But those are all the stainless that we are doing for November, December. So I'm going to start cutting these out and maybe getting to this one. I don't know about this one, but I'm going to start cutting these out and getting to work. So enough babbling. I got to get ahead. All right, guys, we're making great progress. I got them all cut and shaped. These and the spike, I went ahead and did the spike too. And then the rock hoppers, I just cleaned up all the edges, maybe drilled the holes out a little bit and chamfered them since their holes are already there. And I kind of cleaned up all the flats here just to clean them up a little bit. So these three, obviously I need to start drilling holes, which will be the next step on these. So just a update. This is the thicker handled Wesser. So we have the original Wesser blank, and I just extended that out, that curve, brought it out just a little bit, but everything else is pretty much the same. So hopefully, it's hard to tell, but it's going to be a little thicker in the hand, but it does change the profile just a little bit. Once I get the handles on, that'll thin up a little bit more, but it's going to be, that'll be comfortable for sure. But I mean, this one was comfortable too, but I like the thinness there because it gives you something to grab a hold of. But if somebody has bigger, meatier hands than me, then yeah, I don't know, yeah, to each his own. But we are looking pretty good. I'm looking forward to the Torcido. It's a funky design, but when you get it in your hand, it 100% just melts. That curve is great. Your thumb gets right where that little indentation is, and that kind of shilling style blade is great. I mean, you can come up here, draw a cut with it, and you're getting your finger up in this area, pinching it, or however you do it, it's comfortable. So excited about doing that one. But we got to drill the holes in these. Hear me out. I'm going to set the two rock hoppers aside. These are AEB-L, and I have another Wesser and another pedal that are both going to be an AEB-L. So I might put these aside, wait till that steel comes in, because I made that purchase, and then I'll do all four of the AEB together. I'll send those off to heat treat together. So then the 3 Nitro V and the 1 L Max I will do first. So I'm going to try to work on these four and get these sent off to heat treat, and then I'll do those four and send those four off to heat treat. It's going to be expensive, but 8 blades out at heat treat, and I know when they come back, it's totally going to be worth it. And I'm sure that they will sell, and I know at least somebody's buying the 2 Wessers and the pedal, so at least I have a buyer for that. And I think I have a buyer for this. We need to talk about this one, though, because this is a nice thick piece of L-Max, and I am going to do skeletonized. So what that means is I need to make larger holes in the handle. That's just kind of how I do things. It just kind of lightens it up. So I'm probably going to do the largest hole that I possibly can back here, which might be a 1/2 inch. Ooh, that scares me to drill that big of a hole. And then maybe just 3 more holes. I think I'll just do 3 holes in total, starting here, 1, 2, and then a larger one back here, which will be like a lanyard hole and whatever else that person wants it to be. That's my thought anyway. That's kind of how I drew it out. And then the bevels come up here. So, and I kind of like the finish of that steel. Like, this is kind of the raw steel look, and it kind of looks kind of cool. I kind of like it, and I want to try to keep as much of that as possible. I will take the corners off of the handle, maybe just to make it not rounded, but just chamfer it a little bit so it's not so rough, but it still gives you something to hold on to. But I think this one will be pretty stinking cool. Maybe I'll do some jimping. Oh man, I don't know. Holes done. I know doing that's probably not most exciting, sitting there drilling holes, and it takes me several hours. It takes me hours to get these done, especially doing something that big. Once I start to get over about a 1/4 inch hole, which are the larger size holes on these, it gets to become an issue. It's just not fun to drill a larger hole, especially in a thicker piece of steel. So these holes took a while and it got ugly, but everything else went really well. So I have everything kind of chamfered off and looking good. So we are ready for the next step. I'm going to find the center lines on all of these, mark those out, and we're going to mark for the bevels, and I'll start grinding the bevels on all 4 of these. Holy cow, we are looking good. Also, I'm supposed to be getting, it looks like I'm going to be getting the stainless the stainless Thorns back. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I really want to get these started and out for heat treat as soon as possible, but I also need to finish the October Thorns. I don't know. All right, guys, here's just a little update. I kind of got stuck with some other projects and some other things going on, and I wasn't able to get any more work done on these. And then these all showed up, and these are the stainless Thorns for October. So these have now become priority because I really need to get these done and get them out the door before I can start working on the October, November stuff. But I'm really happy that I got to a really good spot. Basically, I still have to do the center lines and figure out where the grind lines are going to be, but that really isn't a big deal. That would probably take just, about 30 minutes to do all that for all 6 of these, but I'm only really working on these 4. Again, like I said, the rock hoppers are kind of on hold, but oh my gosh, I hit the camera. But now I have these Thorns to worry about too. So maybe I've taken on way too much, or maybe not, I don't know, but I need to get these 4 all done. All I have to do is clean up these blades and get some handle materials on them, and we can call these done. So I'm really in a good place for the Thorns, but I'm also looking forward to getting these out the door, because again, these are all stainless, so I got to get them all sent out for heat treat. And then I have some carbon stuff to work on for November, December as well. We'll see, guys. It's going to be a major push to the end of the year, and I'm hoping I can get all of this done and that much more, because there's still some more stuff that hasn't even been touched yet. So, but all of that will be on future videos, guys. I'm going to end this video here, and then I'm going to start a new video with these. So I hope you guys are excited about seeing these get finished. I know I'm excited about getting them done. I have some really cool handle materials we're going to be doing on these and getting them all done. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember, subscribe, like, leave a comment, or not. That choice is always yours.